Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember so the nostalgia critic doesn't have to, and neither should you. Creativity. It's a powerful thing that allows us to express our ideas and let stuff flow out. Because if it's a good idea, your creative mind ultimately will be a golden treasure, just like mine. But there's a comedic person who passed away 8 years ago who allowed his creative mind to express his humor to the world. And everybody was able to throw a riot of laughter out of this one. That would be George Carlin. You might remember him, well, if you're a child, you might remember him as Mr. Conductor on Thomas and Friends. But that's as childish as he's gonna go. He's way over the top with his comedic humor and the fact that he uses vulgar language sometimes. So with that, we're gonna delve into the creative mind of George Carlin and take a look at a couple of his most funniest sketches that he's come up with. Why? Because George Carlin was awesome and he deserves to be recognized for future generations to delve into. So with that, let's take a look at two of George Carlin's famous comedic sketches, starting with We Like War. This was when the Persian Gulf War was a thing, people. As George Carlin starts his sketch to the New York crowd.
I'd like to talk a little bit about the war in the Persian Gulf. Big doings in the Persian Gulf. You know my favorite part of that war? It's the first war we ever had that was on every channel plus cable.
Because you know we happen to love the violence of war. Especially considering it's all about bang, 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 bang.
And the war got good ratings too, didn't it? Got good ratings. Well, we like war. We like war. We're a warlike people.
He then goes and talks about how we've been in just about every war you could think of.
We're good at it because we get a lot of practice. This country's only 200 years old and already we've had 10 major wars.
10 major wars. Let's see. We had the Revolutionary War. We had the Civil War. Although that was against each other. It was against its own nation. World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, the Persian Gulf War, the Cold War. Okay, he's pretty damn close. I can count 7. I'll give him that.
We average a major war every 20 years in this country, so we're good at it. And it's a good thing we are. We're not very good at anything else anymore. Huh? Can't build a decent car. Can't make a TV set or a VCR worth of fuck.
But wait! We do make good cars! Well, at least with the safety features we do. This obviously took place in the 90s, so at the time this might not have been realistic.
Got no steel industry left, can't educate our young people, can't get health care to our old people, but we can bomb the shit out of your country, all right?
As the crowd pleases with the boom! Yeah, that's him making a bomb noise.
Especially if your country is full of brown people.
Oh boy.
Oh, we like that, don't we? That's our hobby.
What?
That's our new job in the world, bombing brown people.
Okay, that is totally racist,
Iraq,
man.
Panama, Grenada, Libya, you got some brown people in your country. Tell them to watch the fuck out, or we'll goddamn bomb them.
And then he explains who the last white people we bombed.
Can you remember the last white? Can you remember any white people we've ever bombed? The Germans. Those are the only ones, and that's only because they were trying to cut in on our action. They wanted to dominate the world. Bullshit. That's our fucking job. That's our fucking job.
Because the Germans don't stand a chance. Their blitzkrieg is nothing to the United States government.
Now we only bomb brown people. Not because they're trying to cut in on our action, just because they're brown.
And the fact that they have different religious beliefs than the United States does. That's mainly the reason why. They want to go, blah, 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 and we're like, you know what? Fuck that bullshit. Now you ain't gonna threaten us anymore. But wait, there's more, kiddies.
Now you probably noticed I don't feel about that war the way we were told we were supposed to feel about that war, the way we were ordered and instructed by the United States government to feel about that war. You see, I tell you, my mind doesn't work that way. I got this real moron thing I do. It's called thinking.
See, now I love how he says it's a moron idea because, well, let's let him explain it.
And I'm not a very good American American because I like to form my own opinions. I don't just roll over when I'm told
Like a
to.
dog.
Sad to say, most Americans just roll over on command, not me.
And that's why he's awesome. He's a color in a blob of gray. Which now, if you've watched the review Coming to America, you understand what I'm talking about.
I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me.
Anything? Ooh. You know, he did get arrested after his 7 dirty words. I'm surprised this didn't throw him in the slammer.
I don't take very seriously the media or the press.
But I guess at that point they were okay with him being this vulgar.
Nothing more than unpaid employees of the Department of Defense, and who most of the time function as kind of an unofficial public relations agency for the United States government. So I don't listen to them. I don't really believe in my country. And they got...
Wait a minute. If you don't believe in your country, then why are you living in this great country? Which is anything but great.
I tell you folks, I don't get all choked up about yellow ribbons and American flags. I consider them to be symbols, and I leave symbols to the symbol-minded.
And for today's generation, it's all cliche anyway, so it makes a valid point at that point.
To me, war is a lot of prick-waving, okay?
He goes on and explains what the Persian Gulf War pretty much is, and this is hysterical, folks.
Waving their pricks at one another.
That's right.
Men are insecure about the size of their dicks, and so they have to kill one another over the idea.
And that gets the crowd into a hoot, folks.
That's what all that asshole jock bullshit is all about. That's what all that adolescent macho male posturing and strutting in bars and locker rooms is all about. It's called dick fear. Men are terrified that their pricks are inadequate, and so
they have to show how superior they are, and that's why we have to deal with these stupid wars.
Basically, men are killing each other in order to improve their self-esteem. You don't have to be a historian or a political scientist to see the bigger dick foreign policy theory at work. It sounds like this. What? They have bigger dicks? Bomb them! And of course, the bombs and the rockets and the bullets are all shaped like dicks. It's a subconscious need to project the penis into other people's affairs. It's called fucking with people!
Now, I bet you never thought of that before until you saw George Carlin. And in essence, it kind of makes sense. I mean, come on. Think about it. A bullet and a rocket. Haven't you ever figured it out that it does kind of is shaped like a dick? I mean, it makes perfect sense. I know he's trying to express his humor, but in a logical sense, he kind of makes sense with this. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. We're trying to show our superiority, and, well, that's the only way we can do it. Sadly, we have to let other people do our dirty work for us because we're too lazy to take care of this. So we're going to let the next generation do it. Screw up their futures by letting them go in and finish off the dirty work that we set up for them. What a bunch of bullshit! So George Carlin makes a lot of sense. As crazy as this sounds, he's trying to be humorous, but in a way, he kind of makes sense. So with that, we delve into his other most hilarious sketch, the 10 Commandments. And you're going to wonder why there are 10. And he's going to show you how to, lower the commandments down to something that's more realistic for this generation to deal with. So with that, let's delve into that one.
Folks, here's something else I got a problem with. The 10 Commandments. Here's my problem. Why are there 10? You don't need 10.
That's true.
I think the list of commandments...
Besides, nobody even listens and obeys the commandments today anyways.
It's a padded list. Here's what they did. About 5,000 years ago, a bunch of religious and political hustlers got together to try to figure out how to control people, how to keep them in line. They knew people were basically stupid and would believe anything they were told, so they announced that God had given them some commandments. Up on a mountain, when no one was around,
now, that story technically really isn't true, but it's kind of the idea.
They were sitting around making this shit up. Why did they pick 10? Why 10? Why not?
Yeah, why 10? Why not 15?
I'll tell you why. Because 10 sounds official. 10 sounds important. They knew if it was 11, people wouldn't take it seriously. Say, what, are you kidding me? The 11 commandments? Get the fuck out of here.
Of course, 5 kind of sounds important too, though not as important as 10. 10 just seems like a right on, even number.
Satisfying number. The top 10, the 10 most wanted, the 10 best dressed. So having 10 commandments was really a marketing decision.
But I don't think they knew about marketing back then.
It's clearly a bullshit list. It's a political document artificially inflated to sell better. I'm going to show you how you could reduce the number of commandments and come up with a list that's a little more workable and logical.
Yeah, you'll be amazed at how he narrows it down to like 2.
Ones I was taught as a little boy. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath. Right off the bat, the first 3, pure bullshit.
I agree. It makes no fucking sense in today's day and age. There are many gods, and who gives a crap if someone swears in the name of the god? I mean, come on. Everybody swears in the Lord's vain anyways.
In no way does superstitious nonsense like this apply to the lives of intelligent, civilized humans.
Exactly, because there are many gods, and a lot of people swear in the name of the god of vain. Seriously.
Next, honor thy father and mother. Obedience, respect for authority. Just another name for controlling.
Actually, it's another name for bullshit.
Obedience and respect should not be automatic. They should be earned. They should be based on the parents' performance.
And they don't deserve the respect anyways. I mean, come on. That was another bullshit one. Gone.
Parents deserve respect. Most of them don't. Period.
That's out of the picture.
Now, in the interest of logic, something religion is very uncomfortable with.
Uncomfortable with logic? You're telling me religion is not logical?
False witness, stealing and lying. Well, actually, these two both.
And another thing, why the hell do you have a pair of commandments that have the same meaning?
You don't need 2 of them. Instead, you combine them and you call it.
Which is why he combines the 2 commandments.
Suddenly, you're down to 5.
And he does another combining of 2 of commandments.
2 others that belong together. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Once again, these 2
Again, same thing, so he's going to combine the 2 of them clearly.
Infidelity. The difference is coveting takes place in the mind, and I don't think you should outlaw fantasizing about someone else's wife. Otherwise, what's a guy going to think about when he's waxing his carrot?
Good point. Because that's every man's goal is to, do that. Isn't that right, Playboy? Oh yeah, with guacamole.
This one, thou shalt not be unfaithful.
And in that case, you might as well combine the 2 of them.
But when you think about it,
yeah.
Honesty and fidelity are really part of the same overall value. So in truth, you could combine the 2 honesty commandments with the 2 fidelity commandments and give them simpler language, positive language instead of negative, and call the whole thing, thou shalt always be honest and faithful, and we're down to 3.
See, now, who else would have come up with this? Nobody? Yeah, just what I thought.
Not covet thy neighbor's good.
That's ridiculous.
This one is just plain fucking stupid. Coveting your neighbor's goods is what keeps the economy going.
Yeah!
All right? Your neighbor gets a vibrator that plays "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
Oh, jeez.
You want to get one too?
Makes perfect sense. Get rid of that one. Come on. He's right. Coveting thy neighbor's goods is important because he pretty much explained it. You see someone buying that, you want to get one. That's how the economy rolls like that. That's how you make money. That's how you get stuff. I mean, come on. That doesn't make any sense. In that past, in ancient times, it makes sense to not covet thy neighbor's good. But in today's day and age, when that's what the economy pretty much is depending on, it makes no fucking sense. So of course Carlin's gonna get rid of this one.
Coveting creates jobs. Leave it alone.
So now you're down to 2.
You throw out coveting, you're down to 2 now. The big honesty and fidelity commandment, and the one we haven't talked about yet, thou shalt not kill.
Oh, jeez.
Murder. The 5th commandment. But when you think about it,
He wants to get rid of it, doesn't want to get rid of it, but he wants to adjust
religion has
it.
never really had a big problem with murder. Not really. More people have been killed in the name of God than for any other reason. All you have to do...
Killed in the name of God. So wait, you're telling me that if God were to strike a lightning on me, that's how God killed me? Or you're telling me that someone shoot me and it was God telling him to shoot me? What the hell's up with that?
Folks take thou shalt not kill. The more devout they are, the more they see murder as being negotiable.
Negotiable? What's negotiable about murder?
You know? It depends. It depends.
Depends on who's doing what.
It depends on who's doing the killing and who's getting killed.
That's true.
So, with all of this in mind, I leave you with my revised list of the 2 commandments.
2 commandments.
Thou shalt always be honest and faithful to the provider of thy nookie.
I'm amazed he was able to cut the 10 commandments down to 2 for today's day and age.
Real hard not to kill anyone.
Real hard, yeah, right.
They pray to a different invisible man from the one you pray.
In that case, bomb them!
Fucking pocket. And if they had a list like that, I wouldn't mind those folks in Alabama putting it up on the courthouse wall. As long as they included one additional commandment, thou shalt keep thy religion to thyself.
Because you know they're all about the South and their religious bullcrap. So there you go. 2 hilarious sketches by George Carlin, and by golly, did he have a fucking creative mind indeed. Sorry about the language there. George Carlin's fault there. But George Carlin was an inspiration for generations. His comedic sketches were hilarious, and in his later years, he really had some wonderful ideas that made people laugh, but in essence, they kind of make sense. And one can only imagine if he really brought that up with the United States government. What really could have happened. Well, he probably would have gotten his ass thrown in jail for starters, but, I mean, at least it's worth trying. But, in any case, his comedic sketches are hilarious. I know he's been dead for 8 years, but they're still good for every generation because every generation can find George Carlin funny. There are plenty of sketches of him on YouTube, so definitely check him out if you get a chance. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember something that sounds great on that too, and neither should you!